Hello, my children. I had to re-record this because for some reason the last one got a bit fucked. So here we are. We're gonna be talking about the true, honestly blue superhero games that have come out in the past 5 to 10 years. Um, between a Batman game and a Spider-Man game, Marvel and DC. I would have picked Superman if he had a recent and decent game that came out within the last 5 to 10 years, but here we are. Uh, we're comparing Spider-Man PS4 and PS5 remaster to the Batman Arkham Knight game. The reason I'm doing that is because they're both open world games that like revolve around a major comic book character, but of different companies. I felt like it would be very fair to put them against each other. And I have more of a Marvel bias, but I'm going to try and ignore that and look at this objectively. So we're gonna have several categories to go through. Starting off with story. Story of the games. Which one do I think has the best story? Um, the problem with Arkham Knight is if you know any amount of Batman knowledge almost about any of the Robins. Also, spoilers for the video about any of the Robins, about any of the characters. You should know who the Arkham Knight is and where the game is heading and like where the direction the game's heading. There's no reason that you should be surprised at all by the ending. Um, and yeah, it like I would argue Spider-Man's better because it subverts your expectations by the end of it, and you think something else is going to happen to Aunt May, and something else happens. Like Aunt May in stories normally doesn't die. Uh, Usually she's the one that keeps on living, and Peter always finds a way to save the world and her. But in this instance, he was given a choice of do I save the world or Aunt May? And of course, Spider-Man chose the right option. It's Spider-Man. But Spider-Man, PS4, PS5, I would say has the better story. So point going towards Spider-Man. Combat. The thing is with combat in Spider-Man, I really like it. I really like the swinging but we'll get into that later. That's like the final category, which is mobility. But with the combat, I like it, but it feels too repetitive at times. Like after I fight the 70th shield enemy, I'd kind of go, like, is this as fun as it was like the first 69 times? Not really. It's still fun in a way, but it's more like I know what to do with this, so I don't have to really deal with this shit type of thing. Like every time I fight in an Arkham game, sorry about that. Um, I feel like it's new. I feel like it's refreshing. I always feel like I feel like I'm Batman. That's the main thing you want to feel like when you play these games. You want to feel like the superhero in the game. You don't want to just feel like a dude throwing punches. Batman feels like he's fucking breaking some skulls and putting people in the hospital and making sure they can't eat solid foods. Okay? Uh, I would say that's a point towards Arkham because the combat is so fluid, so nice, and when you dig into a motherfucker, like you hit him a bunch of times, oh my god, you just don't want to stop. It's so satisfying. The combat's so good, and by the end of the game, you still don't mind about going against like an average thug because it feels cool. You feel like a fucking badass. Um, I will say the combat in Spider. I mean, they both have multiple ways to go about combat. They both have stealth and stuff like that, but we're not talking about that. Stealth would still go to Batman. Setting. I feel like the setting of Spider-Man's better only because it has a bit more varied, uh, like, a bit more varied, like weather system. But the overlooking drab city of Arkham is still good. Not Arkham. It's not Arkham City. Sorry, we're Arkham Knight. Of Gotham is, in my opinion, better. Uh, not man, I don't know. I feel like New York is seen so much that the problem with New York is um the problem is with New York is that we've seen it so much and it kind of gets tiring. So whenever I play Batman, it feels more refreshing. So I'm gonna have to give it to Batman because God, do those fucking like do those parts get really, really fucking like boring sometimes in games where it's like, oh, I'm in New York for like the 70th time. I do think that Batman has the edge since it is a new location. Well, not a new, you know what I mean? Like it's a different location than just New York City. Uh, Open world. Which one has the best open world and like which one has like the most stuff to do in that open world? In my opinion, be honest, straight out of the bat, I think it's Spider-Man because Spider-Man, uh, and we're not including all DLCs and stuff because that's the case, and Spider-Man would run away with a lot of these categories. But setting the side stuff you do in every Spider-Man game is always fun. Be it Spider-Man 1, 2, Miles Morales, you always have something to do in the world, and even, like, I will say at the end of the game, is it a bit boring because you've done everything? Yeah, but then do New Game Plus. Um, like, there's crimes, there's collectibles, there's pictures to be taken, there's side quests with characters, like, people that need help. Like, it is far and away the better one. What do you got in Batman? Oh, the 70th Joker puzzle. Oh, not Joker, Riddler puzzle. Oh wow, that's fun. I really enjoyed the Riddler puzzles. I don't. I think they're fucking boring. I always think that the Riddler puzzles are boring, but I just don't like puzzles that much. So maybe if you like puzzles, maybe it'd be more your speed. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, it's that. It is Spider-Man. Like no holds bar, it's Spider-Man. And then we've got the side playable characters, which are between. Batman has quite a few in the game. Let me look up who all you play as in Arkham Knight. Who all do you play? Uh, yeah, okay, so mainly Robin, uh, sorry, Nightwing, hold on, Robin, Nightwing, Catwoman. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Batman runs away with this one too, because do you know how fucking okay? Look, I'm not one of those stupid ass redditors that are like, "Oh, I hate that he plays a woman. I don't like that." Um, no, I like playing as women in games, and I think MJ could be more interesting and more fun to play. But by the third one, I'm just like, dude, get me the fuck out of here. And the combat of the difference is it breaks up the high octane action of Spider-Man with MJ. And if you start off the game as MJ, maybe I could understand it more. But you know how fucking boring it is to fucking play as MJ, especially when you're doing New Game Plus. When I'm playing as other Batman characters like Catwoman, Robin, it doesn't feel like that much different. It feels good. It feels awesome to get in there and you still beat the shit out of people. Like you still have similar combat and stuff like that. Oh, so you play as Miles too, but not really as like with powers. It's just with like gadgets, kind of like MJ. And I almost prefer it sometimes because it feels a lot more fun to like distract the guards and stuff. But yeah, I really prefer Batman's because it doesn't break up the action as much, and I'm more of an action guy. Also, if you one of those guys that when you saw Jean Grey said, "Oh my God," and this is Jean Grey and Wolverine, a little bit of a side tangent here, and you thought that she was ugly, maybe you should go outside more. And if you hate that you're playing as a woman in God of War, maybe you should look deeper into your life and wonder why you don't like playing as women. And maybe you'll find something there, and I hope you do. Uh, Joking a little bit, but side playable characters, Batman runs away with that one. Villains, ew. Um, this is almost a preference here between Batman and Spider-Man's. I almost feel like Spider-Man's villains in the game have more character to them. Uh, in Batman, they are way scarier, but I feel like I just prefer. This is literally like, this is mainly just a preference thing. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm gonna say probably. I'm gonna say probably Spider-Man because I feel like I get to know the villains a lot more, and also future villains, like the main villain. I feel like the portrayal of like seeing the I know that Doc Ock's gonna become a bad guy, okay, but seeing it slowly happen and you can't do anything about it as like Peter comes to terms with his mentor becoming an evil villain is honestly so cool. I enjoy it every time. So I'm gonna say villains goes to Spider-Man. I feel like the slow decay of Doc Ock beats all the villains from like Batman. I do like Scarecrow and stuff like that, but it like there are characters I think are cooler from Batman, like Bane, Scarecrow, Joker, but Joker's dead. Uh so I'm gonna have to give it to Spider-Man. Uh Mobility. This one is here's the thing with Batman. It has more varied ways of mobility, but the thing is with Batman, I kind of get tired of using the Batmobile and the um like grappling hook like launch into a glide because it doesn't feel like, I don't know, it doesn't feel as good as Spider-Man swinging. When you're swinging around the fucking city of Spider-Man, you feel awesome. You feel like you're Spider-Man. And I'm gonna be honest, it probably goes to Spider-Man here because I feel like swinging around as Spider-Man feels a lot more cool, feels a lot more fluid. There's a lot more stuff you can do with it. Like you can like go through like the little grates on like water towers and stuff like that. And you can like there's a lot more fun ways to do with mobility in that game than there is Batman. Batman's is fun, but in my opinion, it is Spider-Man that runs away with it. Spider-Man 1, even though I have a preference, if you guys feel like other things should have been included, like categories, or felt like one game should have taken a spot over another, let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm sorry it's been like basically 2 weeks since I've uploaded. I was planning on uploading this week, but then my internet wasn't here because my family took it camping. I know it's weird. And then um I before my video corrupted. So yeah, it's just been a weird time. But I'm gonna keep going, and if you have a recommendation for verses between games, if I haven't played them, keep in mind it'll take me a minute, but I will get to it. All right. I want to keep the series going. Like, comment, subscribe so that we can keep this going. I want to do it more. I don't want to just be in my room the entire time. Let's get subscribers. Let's get budget going here. But anyways, love y'all. See ya.